we had no direct intelligence to suggest that that was going to take place. And in fact, going before the Saturday, what we know is that we'd had a huge amount of dialogue with all communities and nominated community leaders, and we'd seen a sharp decline in the level of disorder. And everybody was saying that actually they wanted their voice, and we were working towards recovery. So we were at that stage starting to identify those layers, starting to work with the community in order to take those forward. And of course, what other people seem to gloss over is the fact that we'd had 21 days where I'd had officers on mandatory 12-hour days. I put out public order officers, and those people needed some time off and they needed to rest. So it's a fine balancing act, and I guess we align the resource based on the threat that we knew of at the time.
So in terms of that, what personal learnings do you take away from what happened?
Well, I think the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, but certainly, what do I think I will be changing as a consequence of this? I certainly think there's something about the localized oversight of certain types of crime, and getting officers to understand the cultural sensitivities that might be linked. So, for example, something that is reported in isolation can be relatively low level, but if you start to put a community lens across that around the sensitivities, or you start to identify that there's a perception that it's being committed by one community to impact on another, that might require a different response. So I think firstly, that's a reflection that I've had and will certainly be looking to put in place. I also think there's something around serious crime and the frequency and reviews that the supervisors are checking progress on that, and within that progress and checking of that, particularly where there are cultural sensitivities, I want to ensure that there's a real robust link with the victims